welcome to Vlogmas day 19, I think. Is it the 19th? It's the 20th. Hi everyone, welcome to Vlogmas day 20. If you're wondering about the background, I am back home in California and I got some real good content for you guys. I already know it. I'm not even worried about it. But yes, if you're wondering, this layout area, this room, I mean, I haven't been in here for a minute. Also this bedding and stuff, it's not a Casper, which is bratty of me to say, but when you get an expensive mattress, sleeping on an Amazon one sometimes doesn't compare. But good morning. I am up at the crack of dawn per usual. The time change gets me every time. I woke up at 5 a.m. even though I tried to stay up late to like force myself to sleep in. My body just is like, let's go, and here we are. I have a lot of fun things happening today. I am gonna go to spin class at a spin studio near my parents' house. Then I'm gonna come home. I have a interview call with a recruiter, 10:30. Then I'm gonna go with my dad to get a Christmas tree, and I also need to go to the mall. And I need to go to Trader Joe's. So there's quite a list of things to do today. I don't have to work, so that's super exciting. And I'm gonna take you guys with me. But can I first show you guys my nails? They did an amazing job in the nail salon. I saw this on Danny Cures, which is a manicurist in Sherman Oaks. She's just not accepting new clients right now. And I was so inspired. My go-to nail place in New York City did it and did such a bomb job. Their gel, which I normally don't do, I normally just do regular polish or the SE 7-day like long-lasting polish, worth it. These are incredible and I feel like the bossiest bitch when I'm wearing them. When I have them. So I'm gonna hang out in bed for a little bit more. Obviously it's like 6 a.m. There's not much to do right now. But yes, we are here. We are in California. Wow. All right, I'll check in with you guys soon.
Hi guys, I'm back from spin. It was interesting. So it was like a spin mix class. So they do 30 minutes of spin and then 30 minutes of sculpting. It was pretty low intensity for me, so it was a little bit more of like a stretch of anything. There's this Asian man staring at me. But I still really liked it. My big thing is as long as I can get a workout in, I'm happy, and it's literally 5 minutes from my parents' house in California. So for now, like, this is gonna have to do because I don't wanna be driving 20 minutes to get a workout in, and I'm no longer at Equinox, so this is the move. But it was really fun. I also love the neighborhood it's in. I'm gonna show you guys really quick. Like, you guys, how stinking cute is this neighborhood? There's a bunch of trees. This is like quintessential suburbia California. Oh, but it's so gorgeous. And it's also just such a gorgeous day today. I'm very, very home in bed, and I'm gonna be prepping for this recruiter call that I have in 30 minutes. So what do I do when I prep for a recruiter call, and kind of like what a recruiter call is essentially if you apply to a job or if you get reached out by a recruiter, an internal recruiter at a company, they essentially do a pre-phone screen before you meet with someone who is actually involved in the role, who may be in the role, who may be the manager of that person who would be in the role. And from there, it's more of a casual conversation. So the recruiter is really just vetting to make sure that you fit the requirements, essentially most of the requirements that the job description asks for, a little bit about your experience, salary range that you might have, and potential start date. And from there, it's really just on your end of figuring out more of a culture fit. So for me, I use that time to figure out if the company has a good culture that I'm looking for, the benefits that the company may have, the recruiter's experience working at the company, the recruiter's experience with this role. So like I'll research the role for this specific job. It is located in New York, so I am gonna have to ask a little bit about relocation, as well as I know the job rec has been open for a while. So I think this job rec's been open since summer. So I'm gonna ask him kind of how that process has been going, the candidates that they're interviewing, just very high level stuff, because, you know, he doesn't have all the answers that I'm looking for in a job like this.
So it's really good to understand from their perspective what they're looking for and kind of their experience at the company. So I'm gonna write that up. A little bit of like the questions I want to ask, and then another thing I like to do is look at my resume, because most recruiters will ask you to walk them through your resume, and it's good for you to make sure that you have that up and understand your resume and how to speak to it, because it's one thing to type out your resume, it is a whole nother thing to tell someone else what you do for a living. So I'm gonna get started on that, and then I'm gonna have to go. Here's how I prepped. I prepped a bunch of notes with a little bit about me. I touch a little bit on a previous job. Really, I preface on the job that I'm currently in, because when you think about it, that's what's relevant. And I walk myself through what I'm gonna say. So these are just helpful notes that I write out, and then I speak to them in a obviously less robotic way. And then I also put some of the questions that I'm expecting him to ask me. So like, what am I looking for in my next role? That's a huge one they always ask. I always have something prepared for that. And I also have the questions that I want to ask him as well. But really, like I said, it's going to be high level. Prepping for this is pretty easy. If I make it to the next round, that's when we've got a little bit more to tackle. So I'm going to prep for this one more time. I read these out loud, so I read through them so that I know what I'm going to say and kind of my talk track. And the call's in 4 minutes. So let's get this bread. I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, so I just finished up the call. It actually went really well, and they want to do another follow-up. So I don't know what that's gonna entail, but we'll wait for that. It'll probably be when I'm back in New York. The downside, of course, is that I don't wanna live in New York anymore. So that's tough, but it's good to know and practice speaking on your job and knowing your worth. So that was really exciting. I always quote higher than I should get, but I think based on what, for compensation, it's so tough, you guys. Like, you want to say more, but you also don't want to be crazy because you don't know your worth. And I definitely lowballed, but I think hearing more and knowing more, you can make more of an educated decision on what you're looking for. So I'm a little mad at myself for not doing that, but it is time to get ready. My dad and I are going to be getting a Christmas tree, and I'm also going to go to the mall and Trader Joe's. So I'm going to drink this water. Got to do at least 4 a day. It is so dry in California. I'm going to shower and get the day started. The tree, it looks so good. It's so full. I love it. Now we decorate it. So pretty. Can't wait. Got all the stuff right there to decorate it. I think this is like a 6-foot tree. So we just got the tree. I didn't film it because I don't know, it's like a special thing with me and my dad that we go get this tree and we pick it out together. So I kind of didn't want to put him in front of the camera, but we went to Target. I got a NutriBullet, heck yeah. My dad is very behind when it comes to appliances. So I promised him I would make him some smoothies and some stuff. So I'm gonna go to Whole Foods right now. Normally I'm not bougie about the grocery store. I will go to Trader Joe's, I will go anywhere, but because I have a car, and because I can carry it all, I'm gonna go to Whole Foods. And then I actually might stop by Trader Joe's if I have time. It's coming up on like Friday night traffic time, and I wanna be mindful because I am off today and I do not wanna deal with the traffic. So let's go to Whole Foods. I have a huge list of some things that I wanna get for the week. Basically, I'm gonna be by myself for the week, and there's gonna be times where I'm gonna have to eat and make food, and I wanna get some matcha. I'm trying to save money, live better, guys. So let's head to Whole Foods. We love this
Spotify playlist from Orson Iris. It is so good. It's vibes. It's definitely not something to like blast to like pump you up, but it's great relaxing music, good for a drive, good for just chilling at home. Wanted to share that with you guys. I'll leave a link for the playlist below.
Got back from Whole Foods and I spent way too much money, but I think I did a really good job with some of the things I got for about a week and a half that I'm gonna be staying with my dad. So first things first, I guess I should categorize this by produce and by pantry, but we don't have time. Big thing of baby spinach. I think this is the 24, this is the 16 ounce. As you guys know, got a NutriBullet at Target today, and I want to start getting back on my smoothie game. I don't have a protein powder out here, but I don't think I need it. It's gonna be okay. Picked up some gold potatoes. These are just easy to cook up and eat at any time and are filling. A bunch of baby bok choy to make the coconut rice risotto from Kenzie Bark. Green leaf lettuce, which I don't even know why I bought it, but I picked it out and it was too late to put it back. Tomatoes on the vine, big bag of organic carrots, organic cucumber, some hummus. I'm not familiar with this brand, but I love red pepper hummus. Some salsa verde, 2 coconut yogurts. I kind of wanted to try a coconut yogurt. My gosh, they are so full of saturated fat, but this one has a probiotic in it. This one's also in glass packaging, which makes me feel very elite for whatever reason. Tomato basil sauce, and then I got some red lentil spaghetti, which is my favorite lentil pasta. That's just like if I literally have nothing to eat. 2 things of coconut milk, because I'm gonna be making the risotto. Dried chickpeas. It's like, I'm gonna soak chickpeas and see how that goes. I saw this other lady picking them out and I got inspired by her. Toasted sesame oil, which also goes with the vegetables and just like a great thing to top with. The red lentil pasta, as I mentioned. 2 bags of chips, Terra chips, because I had them on the plane and now I miss them. And the Siete lime chips, which I'm gonna be using and dipping in salsa verde. Fruits. I picked up fruit. I don't really eat fruit, but I was inspired. So 2 mangoes, 2 papayas, and then 3 avocados, just because the biggest thing for me when eating plant-based is staying full. And I think I just need to eat more fats because I find that the vegetables by itself is just not enough. So that. And then the Puka Supreme Matcha Green Tea. I just needed a green tea here so that I'm not going out and buying matcha lattes left and right. We're broke, but on a budget. And then So Delicious coconut unsweetened vanilla. This is for the smoothies. Potentially for the matcha green tea. I'm not sure how that would go. I'll have to try it out. But got that because I was gonna get the oat milk, but then I was like, I'm really only using it for smoothies. Also, this is just gigantic. My dad is not gonna drink this once I'm gone. But this was very expensive. But in my opinion, darn delicious and hopefully worth it. I think these 2 alone was like $10, which is absurd. So I'm gonna eat some chips and put all this away. I'm ending the vlog here. I will see you for today's Vlogmas Day 21. And let's get it. Have a great rest of your day.